It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to Wednesday Travel and Cruise Industry News Podcast. On this, the 22nd day of May, 2024, coming to you from quite warm Central Virginia area. Got up in the mid-80s yesterday, supposed to push 90 today. Good to have some nice warm weather again. This is the first really good hot spell we've had, so looking forward to getting outside a little bit. Some of you might have seen yesterday that I did get the pool open. I mean, it's a long way before you can get in it. One, the water's just way too cold, but and it's still really murky and stuff from getting it open. But it's open now, so that much is done. The cough business is a bunch better. Of course, this is my second day now without taking the treatments. So since it got better so quickly, I may try to take one of the two things, either the squirt thingy or the treatment thingy. Just do one instead of two and see if that starts me coughing. So I'll play with that some this weekend. All right, we got several stories this morning. Of course, by now everybody's heard about the Singapore Air turbulence. Well, the experts are there now looking at what caused this mess. Virgin Voyages cracks down on their agents. Also today, a power outage on Icon of the Seas. That actually happened on Sunday. New cruise ship to enter service a week early. And a crew member evacuated that and lots more here at 11 o'clock this morning. If you're listening via the podcast, you're always welcome here. You can access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcast from. Just search for travel and cruise industry news, and up pops the fat guy. So, today is National Vanilla Pudding Day. I can deal with that. I prefer banana pudding or chocolate pudding, but any kind of things that fit into that pudding category, I pretty much like. So I don't mind that at all. Quick good morning to some folks over in the chat room. I see hi there. Tom's here. Katie's here. There's Gary Older and Dirt. Jim's with us. Good morning, Jim. Steve's here. Hope you're feeling better, Steve. All right. So there's not a great deal in the way of news today, but a few stories. Before we get to them, folks, if you haven't already, please smash that thumbs up button. That helps me out tremendously. I didn't mean to do that. Did I screw things up here? No, I don't think I did. So I hit the wrong button. Well, if it's possible, I'm going to screw something up. But anyway, I was getting ready to tell you to please, if you have not subscribed, please do so. Man, we've had a nice run. We were just talking yesterday, we were at 59.67 or something like that. We're at 6,031 this morning. So we've had a very nice jump in subscribers overnight again. I appreciate each and every one of you. I see Elizabeth is with us. Elizabeth, I have a goofy problem that I'm not sure I was going to send you. I was just messing with it. For some reason, I have, excuse me, I have lost your messenger. It just disappeared. And I don't know if I did something wrong. So anyway, go to Messenger and send me a message or something like that. I was actually going to pull the picture off of your account, and it's not there. The one where you asked if I was naked out by the pool yesterday. So anyway, I didn't post that one, but I was going to use it here this morning, and yeah, you disappeared. So send me a message in Messenger so I can make sure I get you back. I'm not sure what happened. All right, so let's jump on with the news here. Let's get to the top story of the day. If I can do that without screwing something up. Yeah, let's see there. There we go. Aviation investigators arrived in Bangkok today to learn how and why severe turbulence sent a Singapore Airlines plane into a sudden dive that tossed passengers and crew around the cabin, leaving a British man dead and dozens of others injured. 20 people remain in intensive care in the hospital after flight SQ321, which was flying from London's Heathrow Airport to Singapore, hit the turbulence on Tuesday over the Andaman Sea. The Boeing 777 carried 211 passengers and 18 crew members, descended 6,000 feet in about 3 minutes. The man who died was a 73-year-old British man who likely died of a heart attack. The flight departed Monday from Heathrow, was supposed to land in Singapore, but instead was diverted to Thailand. Virgin Voyages has issued a stern warning to its travel agents and advisors regarding unauthorized solicitation and rebating activities occurring on its ships, emphasizing that such practices are prohibited and could result in cancellation of the agent's accounts or even a ban from sailing on Virgin Voyages ships. Virgin Voyages email to travel agents outlines specific activities that are strictly prohibited. These includes the agent soliciting cruisers in social media groups and asking them to transfer their bookings from another first mate or Virgin Voyages to them, or asking them to purchase My Next Virgin Voyages placeholders for them. The email reminded travel agents that onboard solicitation is also banned, including leaving business cards, branded items, and flyers around any ships or terminals, promoting a travel agency, which is strictly prohibited. Additionally, casually meeting cruisers in line at the My Next Virgin Voyages desk and offer to help them, but instead asking them to transfer the sailing to them is not allowed. Virgin Voyages also addressed the issue of rebating, where agents offer a part of their commission back to the clients. This practice is seen as giving guests a higher perceived value than booking directly through the cruise line or another agent. This practice is included in the warning. Cruise line reiterated its commitment to working with the majority of travel agents who adhere to the rules and taking necessary measures to stop the minority who do not. All right, I'll be back after a quick break from one of our network sponsors. Icon of the Sea suffered a power loss on Sunday, including propulsion, lighting, and water pumps. While the power loss was not lengthy, it is unusual for a significant power failure on any cruise ship. Reports of the power loss began filtering through social media from guests just about noon Eastern Daylight Time. During the outage, some elevators stopped, water slides were out of service due to lack of water pumps, lights were out, music stopped playing, and the ship slowed significantly due to a loss of propulsion power. Despite the brief loss of power that slowed the ship's propulsion for a few minutes, there was no overall delay in Icon of the Sea's itinerary, and the ship arrived in St. Kitts as planned on Tuesday. Most took the power loss in stride. Reports said that it lasted from anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour. One guest was highly agitated because she couldn't get her frozen margarita. The blenders wouldn't work, so she had to opt for a beer. Another person was stuck in an elevator for 10 minutes. Said it got a little stuffy, but no biggie. Oceania Cruises has announced that its latest ship, Allura, will enter service 1 week earlier than initially scheduled. Originally set to join the fleet at the end of July of 2025, Allura's inaugural sailing will now depart from Trieste, Italy, on July the 18th, 2025. How would you like to explore Ponta Delgada, Portugal with me for the first time? I've not been there before, but I'm going in January. So why not join me on a cruise with Chillie, Miami to Southampton transatlantic for 13 nights on the beautiful Norwegian Bliss. Sails January 4th from Miami to Southampton in England on the 17th. That's 13 nights, folks. Prices start at $799. That's double occupancy, but you can't beat that. Of course, you got to add the taxes and port charges and anything else you want to it, but starting from $799. That's Cruise with Chillie, Miami to Southampton on January 4th. 29-year-old staff member, part of the retail department on board Sun Princess, was medically evacuated in Greece following an urgent medical condition. Ship officers requested a medical evacuation from the Port Authority while the vessel was docked in the port of Souda Chiana on the island of Crete on May the 21st. The staff member was safely transported by the Hellenic Coast Guard and taken by ambulance to a hospital. No further details have been provided on the identity or nature of the staff member's medical condition. The entire Sun Princess community extends their best wishes for a speedy recovery and hopes to see the staff member rejoin the ship soon. Hey, solo travelers, we've got some openings on our upcoming Alaska cruise from Vancouver to Anchorage, sailing on the Grand Princess on August the 14th. Solo cabins start at $941.87, and that includes taxes and port charges. So you could actually get a solo cabin on an Alaska cruise for less than $1,000. You can add on the Princess Plus for $60 a day, so you'd be at $1,320 with everything. Just give me a call, 434-258-9264, and we'll go to Alaska. All right, that's going to end up the news portion of today's show. Let's see if we can make it over to the chat room and see who's fussing at me today. Let's see. I said good morning to Hot Air and Katie and Gary and Jim and Steve. Gary says 6,000 subscribers. Yeah, man. And then it kept going during the night up to 6,030. Heading for 7,000 now. On my way. Well, one of these days I'll hit 100,000, folks, if I live that long. So, let's see. Joanne's here. Good morning, Joanne. Graduation down in Georgia for Hot Air Tom and Cindy's nephew, I think it is. Katie says 30th is my last official day at school, and she'll be soon heading up to Martha's Vineyard for the summer. Of course, I'm trying to get a bunch of Martha's Vineyards people to go on my cruise in November. Katie, you might run into some of them up there. Elizabeth says, I'm still on Facebook Messenger and just sent you a message. Looks the same as usual on my side. Well, let's see if it does on my side. Just Messenger, yes. It should be Messenger. And it's... no, I don't want Emily's Gang of Seven. Elizabeth is just not there. Inward. Huh. I have no idea what happened. So I got to figure out how to re-add somebody back into a messenger. Elizabeth, you're missing in action. I'll worry about fixing it when I get off the show. I have no idea what happened on that, but it's not. That's why it's just send me a message. I thought, well, that'd come through, and you're still on Facebook. I mean, on my computer. I don't know if somehow it got deleted. The messenger. I didn't do it on purpose. If it happened that way. Remember, Chillie's computer likes to eat things. Yeah, it must have eaten your messenger. Maybe he got thrown into Facebook jail for sending pool photos. Yeah, the pool photo, folks. Yes, I had my shirt off. I was sitting out in the sun and I took a selfie with the pool in the background and I sent it to Elizabeth and she says, "Are you naked?" And I said, "Of course I am." And no, I didn't. I mean, what's it about down here? So you couldn't tell. And of course I wasn't, but that's neither here nor there. Joanne says, years ago on the Bean Dam, we lost power multiple times. Initially, it happened after we embarked. Everything went black. Ladies dropped down, took out flashlights, and went on their way. Carry one now. Yeah, it's, my brother-in-law has a little pin thing in his pocket all the time. The greatest thing in the world is when they came out with apps on the phone, because I never wanted to carry a flashlight around. But with my phone, I just, turn it on. I've got it on the first page there and just turn it on when I need a light. So Todd's with us. Good morning, Todd. Gretchen's here. Power just came back. Pretty wild thunderstorm blew through here. Yeah, I was watching some of those storms last night. Man, the weather's just been awful throughout the middle part of the country. We might make it to 10K by the second Tuesday of next week. I certainly hope so. I hope you're correct about that one. There's Roger down in Jacksonville. Hey, Roger. Oh, the graduate is a niece. Okay. Yeah, you've told me that probably multiple times. And do you think I remember it? Okay, so Cindy's niece is graduating. I know all her sisters down there. So there's a gaggle of folk, and I'm sure they're running hot air Tom out of the house. So, I mean, that's, wouldn't surprise me at all if he's sitting out in his car saying that he's working. Anyway, I'm glad Cindy gets to be with all her sisters and stuff. Elizabeth says, it just me, or is there no sound now? Gretchen says we have sound. Try typing Elizabeth in the messenger search line. I did that. That's strange. It just cut off. No sound at all. Just got sound back. I didn't do anything to cut the sound off, and I'm not showing that it broke. So, yeah. All right. So I got to go work on Elizabeth and try to figure out what the devil I did with her. Well, I got to process the show and the podcast first. I'll get that done. And then I'll work on Elizabeth before I get on to my afternoon's work today and hopefully go out and spend some time in the sun again. And if I can start building up a little bit at a time. It didn't bother me yesterday. I was out there for, 15 or 20 minutes. And normally 15 or 20 minutes and I'm done. I mean, it was hot enough that I started sweating a little bit. But yeah, so I hope to get out some later on today. So at any rate, I've got to talk to Nate as soon as he wakes up. That's on my agenda today. Of course, I always enjoy talking to Nate. We got some business to take care of. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. I'll report back on the Elizabeth on Location saga and whether or not I have found Elizabeth or not. Of course, I have other ways of contacting Elizabeth, but I prefer Messenger over the other thing. I don't even remember what it's called now, but something app. I don't know. Anyway, I'll work on that and I'll report back tomorrow whether Elizabeth on Location has been found or not. That's it for today, guys. As always, thumbs up. Helps me out a lot. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Bell notification tells you when everything happens, when I go live, when I post something, any of that. So that's it. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising, and hopefully one day soon we'll all get together on the high seas. You guys have a fantastic day. I'll see everybody back here tomorrow.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, chilly chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.